guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Noémie and today I'm going to be giving you guys some college advice. So I actually filmed this video a couple days ago, but I was editing it and I was literally putting myself to sleep because it was that boring. So today we're refilming it. So that's what we're doing right now. If it's your first year in college or if you're doing classes online, it is really different than actually being at a university in person. So I thought I could help you guys. I'm starting classes online on Monday, so I'm in this with you guys. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. But yeah, let's just get right into it. I also wanted to point out really quickly, no, I did not fall off the face of the earth. I just haven't posted in a really long time because I was working a full-time job and I was taking a summer course at the same time. So literally I had no time. Okay, so the first tip I'm gonna give you guys is to actually go to class. Don't skip class. Missing 1 hour of a college course is probably like missing 3 of high school classes because the material is a lot deeper, a lot more intense. Missing one class can really affect you overall because you're going to miss a lot of material. Tip number 2, be consistently and constantly reviewing your notes. Review your notes before or after going to class. If you just study like a week before the exam and try to review everything, you will fail. I am telling you, you will fail. This is coming from an A+ student in high school who thought she could just study a week and a half before the midterm and then got 41% on it. Yes, this is a true story. Study consistently, please. That's all I can tell you. Tip number 3, go to your professor's office hours. Most likely your professor is not going to be able to help you that much after class, even if you go to talk to him. Go to their office hours. That is their dedicated time to help you with your specific problems. If you're in an auditorium with 700 kids, your questions, he does not have time for them. If you go to the office hours, you will be able to sit down with your professor and they'll be able to help you take advantage of it. It's literally free tutoring. Also, a tip my mom always told me, it's a lot easier to give a student a bad grade if you don't know them, rather than giving a bad grade to a student you know has been coming to your office hours and asking questions and trying their best and showing interest in the class. Tip number 4, study outside of your dorm room. This is a trick my therapist told me, so you can tell how great my first year went. No, but seriously, if you study in your room, your brain becomes really disoriented and basically it starts associating the place where you study as the same place where you're watching Netflix and you're sleeping and you're hanging out with your friends. So that's how your motivation starts depleting because your brain now is thinking when you sit down to study, no, my bed's right there, I want to watch Netflix. If you study at the library, your brain is associating that as a place where you're going to be motivated and productive. So that's why you want to have different places associated with different activities. It really does work. Side note with that, it's a lot better to study at the library with your friends than alone in your room. I can assure you of that. Like I said, my first midterms, all I did was study alone in my room and I did absolute trash. Second semester, before I got sent home, I was studying in the library with my friends all the time and my grades boosted so much. And also, once again, it's kind of like you have extra tutors that can help you. If you don't understand something, you have a couple other people who are in the same class as you. So maybe some of the stuff you don't understand, they did. So you can help each other like that. And it's motivational because if you have 3 other people studying with you and you're not doing anything, you're gonna feel so unproductive. Whereas if you're alone in your room, you have nothing to compare yourself to, so you might as well just go back in your bed and watch TV. Number 5, a very important one, use a planner. I know in high school nobody uses planners, it's not cool, I get it. But in college, I think it's important because professors will not remind you of stuff. So if you have an essay due or a lab or something, you need to be able to write it down because you will forget. Tip number 6, which goes along with the previous one, read your syllabus at the beginning of the semester and take 10 minutes to sit down, open your planner, and write down from the syllabus when your midterm is going to be, when your final is going to be, when your essay is going to be due. Because in the syllabus, it tells you all of that. So please, please, please read that. It's important information. It'll tell you when the prof's office hours are. You're not going to tell me you're going to remember all of your prof's office hours in your head. Okay, now for the more fun advice. Number 1, biggest regret, as everybody else who makes a YouTube video about college advice, is join clubs. They keep saying it for a reason. Join clubs. I wish I had joined clubs. It's a great way to meet people with similar interests as you outside of your major. It's a great way to make friends. It's a great way to do activities. It looks great on your resume. There's so many benefits to clubs. I don't see why you wouldn't join some. Tip number 2, if you're in a new classroom, go sit next to someone. Now I know with COVID, I don't know how possible that's gonna be, but if you can, that's a great way to meet somebody else who's also in your class. Just say hi. What's the worst case that can happen? They tell you they were saving the seat for somebody else, and you look stupid for 5 seconds, but it's okay. You just walk away and go sit somewhere else. It's fine. Tip number 3, which goes along with the previous one, is if you do meet somebody in your class that you end up sitting next to because you took my last piece of advice and you actually like them, take their snap at the end of the class, because if you do not, you will both leave, go to your next class, and next thing you know, you will never see them again. You will never sit next to them again, because in a 500 people course, it's not like a 25 student classroom where you have assigned seats and you end up making friends with anyone who sits next to you. Number 4, I think, do spontaneous activities. Just go out, explore, go to whatever is offered. Basically, whenever you're asked if you want to do something, just say yes. Well, maybe there's some stuff you shouldn't do, but in general, try new things, have new experiences. I think college is a lot about trial and error and trying to find yourself, or whatever that means. But yeah, so I would definitely recommend doing spontaneous things, and you'll definitely grow and learn. Next piece of advice, I lost count. I think it's 5. This one is basically what I previously said, but go to your school's spirit events or whatever it offers. Once again, it's a great way to meet people, and it's really, really fun, and it's school spirit, and you feel like you're part of a team and a group, and that's a big part of what college is. Okay, now I have a couple tips if you're gonna be doing online classes like I am. Number 1, get dressed every day. I know. I've always thought, no, I'm gonna study much better if I'm in sweatpants than in jeans. However, that's how you lose motivation and you lose track of days, and you start realizing you haven't showered in 3 days and you feel like crap because you don't look cute anymore. It's a vicious cycle. So if you just get dressed, get ready, make your bed every morning, it'll make you feel so much more productive, so much more active, so much more like everything is kind of normal. And also, I've noticed there's quite a few Zoom calls where you actually have to show your face. So, that's an incentive as well, I guess. Number 2, make a schedule. Once again, use that handy dandy planner or bullet journal or something, and plan out when you're gonna study, because in college you don't have a regular 7-period schedule every day where you have classes from 8 to 4. It's a lot more like a block schedule with a lot of free periods. You're most likely gonna have only 1 to 2 classes every day, so it's very easy if you're at home to just watch Netflix the rest of the time. So if you make time to make a planner and figure out when you're going to study for each class, it'll make you stay productive, stay motivated. And I don't know about you, but I love to, check off like, hey, today I studied for this or I did this. It's really good to keep your motivation up because I know it's really hard if you're, once again, alone in your room. Number 3, stay at the end of the Zoom call. When your professor says, okay, bye guys, see you Wednesday, wait a good 20 seconds. Most likely you're gonna have a kid who's gonna say, hi professor, I just had a quick question. And next thing you know, your prof is doing a whole math problem on the board that is a great example that's gonna come up on your quiz next week. And if you had left, you would have never gotten that extra practice. So I think it's great. I've noticed they really do answer a lot of questions at the end of the class. So even if you personally don't have a question, if you stay and listen to the questions, I think it's a great way of studying and making sure you understood everything. And it shows that you're really interested and motivated because your prof will see that. And finally, number 4, join the class group chat. There will be one, I promise you, because everybody wants help and answers to study for the midterm and the final, and you do too. So join the group chat so you know what's going on. You'll probably have some kids throwing in some, good answer keys in there or whatever. It can't hurt, Worst case, it makes you look like you have more friends because you get more notifications from group chat messages. So lastly, I just wanted to say, I hope you guys all have a great school year. I'm sure we're all going to do amazing. And if not, it's okay. Actually, that's going to be my last piece of advice. I tell you to not be too hard on yourself. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to fail some exams. It's okay to feel alone. It's okay to eat a little too much cake. There's so many things about college that are trial and error, and it's part of life, it's part of growing, it's part of improving yourself. If you never make mistakes, you'll never be able to grow from them. So yeah, that's my final thought on that. Also, I am wearing shorts, if anyone was wondering. I just realized from the footage it looks kind of whack, but I am wearing shorts. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you later. Bye!